Alright, we are so back. Wakanda Convergence.
Wait, is this game serious?
More so than the ones we just played. Maybe less so than the ones we originally played. Also, we're missing. Are we missing? No, no. Oh.
We're real near.
Serval, bro.
Alright, bro. It's not.
What's happening, bro? What's happening with Discord?
What's going on with the Discord?
We're good, we're good. We're good, right? Yeah.
Round one, go!
Alright.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
It's the comp. Triple support. 2 tanks.
Support.
1. Okay.
Hefty indeed.
Let's go.
Mighty Mjolnir cannot be
Oh, I can swap.
by brigands and thieves.
No, that's fine.
I would take great pleasure
The battle starts
watching
in
you
5,
put that blade to the
4,
test.
3, 2, 1.
I wonder who they're gonna play.
Securing the mission area.
Hulk?
Fury burn!
Oh,
Hulk,
they're not in
yeah,
our
Hulk,
chat?
Hulk thing Wolverine. Oh, fuck. Hulk thing Wolverine.
Purdue.
Ultron. Hulk thing Wolverine, Ultron. Jeff. And Squirrel Girl.
Hulk 1.
Damn. That's it.
Wolverine trying to grab a tank.
Arden's dead.
Tank fucked me.
Any down? Wolverine down. Ultron low. I'm running.
Thing is fucking us.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
go with the
Yeah,
point
we got
first.
yeah, we're actually cooked. There.
Thing is actually going crazy, Emmons.
Wait, is this a comp thing that we're doing? A tournament or something?
Yeah, we're doing best of 3 right
guess.
now.
Okay.
This one's a little bit more sweaty, bro.
Okay, I'll just swap.
You need to stop that vehicle in its
Fuck.
Sir, fucking we get a C&D, you think?
We already got one.
Trying to fuck me up.
The lightning of Asgard
Okay, just reset.
returns.
Rolling.
Thing is, well, not the thing, but you know, if we get rid of Ultron and Jeff, bro, like they're not. If we get just rid of one of them, we'd be able to win a fight. Oh, that's not good. That's not good.
The god of
Oh, he still got my ass. Fuck.
Better stop that vehicle.
Fuck, Scroll Stampede got me.
That's the big bro.
With you.
lightning confinement.
I'm getting destroyed. Troy.
I'm on point. Okay, we have point for now.
I am barely wounded. The wrath of Asgard. The wrath of Asgard.
Ultron's one shot. Oh, never mind. Still low. Pushing up. Push up and cloak ult.
Need of my strength.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Jeff, let's go. Roll backline, super backline, just fucking spamming shit, bro. Trying to get my ass.
Returns.
Yeah, they got me. Damn, the other.
On point.
Pushed up a lot for that, though. Go against.
Fuck, I'm thinking about something now.
We could have gotten there, but whatever. It was what it
Got
was.
a thing on me.
Hulk slow, Hulk
Sacred
slow.
Scroll
Hulk,
Stampede.
fuck.
Sacred Scroll Stampede.
Better stop that vehicle.
I'm ulting on them right now. On point. Fuck, Scroll Girl live. Oh my god, bro. I'm gonna die.
Yeah, we kind of need to take care of that Scroll Girl.
They hit a checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop them.
Hold on, guys. What's going on?
To battle again.
Pulse charge.
Al, why are you Iron Man, bro? What happened to Jeff?
Jeff was working, bro.
Okay, Thing's dead.
Twas but a scratch.
Better stop that vehicle.
I'm bullying them on point. Somebody heal me. Okay, nice, thank you. Not get hit by that. Okay, Ultron's out to fight for a bit. Killed Thing. Nice. Good banner. Nice.
Urgent kills him.
Jeff back there.
Damn, where'd the Scroll Girl go?
Dead. Thing behind you. Hulk back. Okay. Fuck him right down. Ulting on him.
God of thunder.
Oh,
Trying.
I'm dead. I think they got me.
Could we use triple heal?
Thor, Odin.
Gonna be the rocket.
Yeah, I'd say. Yeah, probably.
Yams, after you ult, you want to go?
I'm
Yeah.
I'm
I want Jeff.
Okay, never
I want
mind.
Jeff.
Okay, bro, what the hell are we doing? Now we're just wasting time.
Dare the very gates of
back up.
hell to save Asgard.
I can go Mr. Fantastic if someone else wants to go. Support or something.
I'm not get caught by that. Let me mute it. Lamb has been muted. Fuck. Matt just playing his
muted,
own.
my fault,
Matt just
Loki.
playing his own fucking game. Oh my god, bro.
Don't give them another chance.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, their triple tank right now is not fun, bro.
Getting absolutely touched, yeah.
Continue without Thor.
Oh, my
I
god.
got grabbed by the fucking Hulk. Bro.
Yeah,
Heal me,
bro.
heal me.
Are you in the bubble, bro?
I'm still dead.
I'm dead. I'm not
I have
dead.
ults. Somebody can touch point.
Oh, I'm on point.
Somebody touch point.
Fuck, I died. Jeff's on point, I
Trying
think.
to get there.
Okay, nice,
on
nice,
it.
nice.
I also have ult.
Again.
Just live. Fuck, just live.
Bro, go good.
Ultron's one shot. Fuck.
Jeff is one.
Things weak.
No, I got swallowed. Somebody touch point.
I'm on point.
I got spit out. Oh no, they got spit out. Fuck.
Fucking Henny's weak. Yeah, man.
Jeff's coming back.
I am barely wounded.
I'm keeping Jeff off point. I guess we'll go distracted for a second.
Just hold on a little more. Back up. We're way too extended.
Yeah, that's my fault.
My fault. I'm stuck. Hold on. I'm back. That's not good.
Yeah,
I'm
Alan
back.
gets a hard up
I'm back.
every season, bro.
They portal.
Big penny
Alan
ults.
wants me.
Big penny ults.
Alan wants me, bro.
Holy fucking frame rate, bro. Oh, that's not good. I might die here. I'm gonna die here. I need somebody else to touch point once I die.
Really trying here.
Fuck.
Got Jeff.
I Everybody's dead, bro.
Think about
Touch point, touch point, touch point. Oh, no.
Hang on for like a second. I almost have them all. Oh, fuck.
The current score is 0.
Yeah,
Yo,
so then you go heal so
We need
quickly,
something.
and then
No, we need another DPS, bro, to take care of
Including which side you're on.
Ultron.
I can go Mr.
Ultron's good cooking
Fantastic.
us. Ultron.
We need someone with
Take care
we
of
need someone
Ultron,
with aim,
Mr.
bro.
Fantastic?
Yeah, honestly, like get one like.
I don't think so, bro. I think it needs to be a ranged DPS, bro. I can switch to ranged DPS.
His like dash grounds Ultron too.
That's one ability, bro. If that's not up, you're not getting him.
Yeah, I believe in you. Try it, bro.
I can go Scarlet too if you guys
Scarlet will
want.
be fire.
Okay, you go
I think
Scarlet.
Scarlet will be fire.
You can stay fantastic
What
if
are
you
you
want.
calling a raccoon, huh?
Alright.
I like this one better.
Okay, I'm gonna stay magic, and then we got team
What
up.
are you calling a raccoon,
I'll
huh?
go back to Thor.
Bro, now I know why we banned the thing.
Though I be a god,
Yeah,
I would rather inspire
That was not
mortals
fun,
than be
bro.
worshipped.
that's why.
30
It's really hard to.
seconds
Honestly,
before your
Raccoon
turn.
does counter him
Get
a little
ready.
bit though. Here go Raccoon.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I think I
What,
will. Really.
What DPS would be good against Sting? Because Sting Loki counters me
Namor.
too.
Anybody with
Namor?
strong burst, like I mean, even Squirrel Girl could probably counter. Yeah.
I'll do Namor. I'll do Namor.
But the rest of the team is a problem for staying alive.
The Hulk's been diving on us too. I think Namor works.
Yeah, no, Hulk counters.
Battle starts in
Sorry,
5,
Rocket counters both Hulk and Thing.
3,
Yeah, you just gotta not get targeted
1.
No, I'm pretty slippery.
and dash on.
Finish
Yeah,
area.
yeah.
Got it?
We know, bro. They have an Iron Man.
Ow.
They have an Iron Man
Ow.
with the Ultron
Probably,
and the
Archer.
Squirrel Girl.
Probably Archer.
Oh fuck,
That's okay. Just target him a little bit.
that's not good.
Well, Squirrel Girl plus Iron Man. Just kinda-
Plus Groot, yeah. Plus Ultron beam, yeah.
I got killed immediately? What the fuck?
Holy brother. They're both just in there, bro. I can't even.
I'm flanking.
And Moon Knight, bro. What is this, the most annoying team in the world, bro? Moon Knight, Squirrel Girl, Iron Man, Ultron.
Behind him? Causing chaos behind him?
Okay.
Y'all can push up.
We gotta kill, we gotta kill. Moon Knight down, Moon Knight dead. I'm chasing Shark, I'm chasing Shark.
Go.
Fuck, I bricked it. I bricked it.
Heals?
Trying.
Okay, Scroll Stampede got him.
Everyone needs heals though. That's a tough part.
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, you guys got this. You guys got this. Get the flyers. Help us, please.
Hit Jeff. You can.
Good shit. Good shit. Beautiful.
Yeah, he's not playing Thing anymore, so you know that at least we have that kind of motion.
He's gonna probably go back to
Scroll.
Thing now though.
Destination.
Cause like Alan's gonna.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. We got this. Back up a little bit.
Oh fuck. Iron Man got me.
Oh, rip.
My fault.
RP. It's fine. Spawn's right here.
I thought someone would break the wall, Loki. I can't lie.
I'm just dying.
I wish I could break the wall and heal at the same time.
Jeff motherfuckers, bro. You got swallowed? Oh
Kill
shit.
Jeff.
Very nice.
Nice. Watch out for that. Oh shit. I'm going in.
Yeah,
I'm ulting.
I think
I'm ulting on them.
Got him.
Got him. Nice. He bricked his ult. Iron Man dead. Rogo low. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we got
Okay, wait, I don't
That's
have
good
it yet.
rocket ult.
The thing is harassing Serpo.
we got no more in Strange ult. If you can combo, that'd be crazy.
You're halfway there. Keep going.
I'm
Yeah.
back up.
You got it. Jeff up there?
I'm fighting Iron Man in the sky. I'm backing up.
Yeah, whenever
he
you
switched the
want,
thing. He switched the
check
thing.
him. Oh fuck! No, never mind.
Oh.
He fucking got me.
Oh. Okay. Oh, we got something.
I'm winning the trade so far.
You good, bro?
Why can't I? Okay, there we go.
Cause he earthbound you, bro. You can't. You gotta jump
Somebody
it.
get the Ultron.
Got him.
I'm trying to heal, but like,
Bro, dash. What are you?
I better climb up the wall. Those I was able to eventually. Let's get this fucking bitch.
Oh, not that
Yeah, I'm
shit,
gonna
bro.
try to focus on the flyers more.
He was on point. Did you? Oh, I got walled
We need to
off.
back
Fuck,
up.
I got walled off.
We need
Yeah,
to
we
back
need
up.
to
Back
Yeah,
up.
back up. We have no tanks. You want a portal? Actually, no.
I'm
Yeah.
opening a portal
We have
to
Africa.
battle again.
I'm back.
Heals? Anybody? You got me? They pushed up
You're
all the
gonna
way.
get
They pushed up all the way.
Okay.
Get that vehicle moving
Can you
again.
do a little something?
Push up as soon as the portal drops. I'm on top of them.
Oh, they're Jeff one. They're Jeff one.
Cap point, cap point, cap point, cap point.
Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him.
Thing, we're
We
pushing
got
up
point, we
there.
got point.
Guys, guys.
Bro, I can't. Nice. That's big, that's big.
Good shit.
Good thing. He's still Halsey stalling. He's on my ass, I'm gonna die. Oh, I died. Iron Man's back.
Fuck, I wish my fucking revive thing went off.
Alright, bro. I'll be back.
Like literally one more second, and you would have been happy.
I'll be back. Oh, fuck. Oh,
I am
fuck.
Thor Odinson, god of thunder.
Okay. We got the full team almost.
Yeah.
Just
Their
live.
tanks are pushed right now.
Awaken the rage of battle.
Somebody focus Iron Man for a second.
Get that vehicle moving
Yeah, we can get thing.
Maximum.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
They wombo comboed it.
Yeah, they did, unfortunately, wombo combo it.
Behold the god of thunder.
Yeah, I didn't kill anybody.
Alright, we need to regroup. We
Fucking,
need
I'm
to
fucking
regroup.
beaming Groot right now.
We're staggered, we're
Oh,
staggered.
fuck.
Back up, back up. Leave, bro, leave, leave.
I'm leaving, I'm
leave.
leaving, I'm
we
leaving,
gotta
I'm
make
leaving, I'm leaving, I'm leaving, I'm leaving. Okay, I'm getting chased by Ting. So we need to deal with the Iron Man, like, where we can't get any motion.
Yo, I can't believe. Yeah. They don't have enough.
Oh, he swapped?
It's
Oh,
Ultron, bro. It's
oh,
Ultron.
so
that's
no,
fucking
yeah, he
us.
swapped to Adam though. Fuck. Okay. We don't have a team up anymore. That's kind of helpful. Yeah, we have a couple ults again.
Yeah, we
Early.
have no one to take care of it.
Oh. Just followed. Just followed.
Guys, a thing is trying to rape me in the back, you guys, please. Somebody turn around. Healers turn around, please. Okay.
Oh, not the squirrels, bro.
We got him.
Guys,
Stay on point. Get on point. Get on point. Get on point.
touch. You need to touch.
30 seconds.
Oh. Oh my God.
Have we made a push together in the last, like...
I don't think so. I'm just going in and dying.
Thor Odinson, god of thunder.
Yeah, bro.
Any dead?
Hey, touch point. Stay on point. Stay on point. Just stay on point.
It's okay.
Brother, who's touching
Brother,
point?
get to point.
Bro, I'm getting beamed. I can't get to point. I need
I'm touching point. I'm on point. I'm ulting on point. I can't ult on point right now. Okay, I'm ulting
I'm
on
right
point.
behind you and you're getting healed.
Thank you.
Hit that shit, Wanda. Hit that shit, Wanda. Let's go.
And he's gonna ult. And he's gonna ult.
Where is he?
Stop there.
Say, let's go.
He's dead.
Dead.
Yeah, he thought. Yo, abuse Henny, honestly, he's the weak link.
Fair enough.
Him and Ultron, like, if we just take care of that, we win the game. Turn into a 5v6 and then, like, really focus on Ultron. Punish
He's dead.
Alan when he
He's
pushes.
dead. He's dead.
Get Alan, get Alan. He's
Get
dead.
Groot. Get Groot. Get Groot.
Get that. Ultron.
Oh fuck.
Trying,
That's not good. They double. They
I'm dead.
stacked the. Oh, bubble. Oh no, that's not good. Fuck, we're all gonna die.
What the fuck? I was invisible, yo.
Yo, Yan, would you
That
go back
works.
there?
I'm dead. Yeah. That was tough.
Bruh.
Hand me 3 healers, yo.
3 healers.
Fucked up, guys.
To battle again.
Fuck.
Somebody help me with this Ultron.
Capture point. I capture point.
So we need yeah, man. There we go. Luna can do some damage to Ultron. Yo, Argent right here, punish this.
I got killed by Squirrel Girl.
Hold it down. Hold it down. Art is running. I'm chasing him.
We killed the Squirrel. Nice.
Art is dead. He can revive himself though. He gets health.
KO. The final 10 seconds.
He revived.
Yeah. You facing him again?
No way he like lives this, right?
No, he's gonna die. Just stay on point. Just stay on point.
Guys, move back to point.
Doors half. I mean, things half. Groot's low. Groot's dead.
Groot's dead.
Good thing.
He's dead.
Nice.
Don't let anything stand in your way.
Alright, me and
Yeah,
Wanda,
there's,
about to dive him. Okay, they weren't even there, bro.
It's the ground.
Oh, that's what we needed.
And he ulted.
I'm ulting on it. I ulted on his ult.
Oh, that's fire.
Three on point if possible. Thing on point. Nice.
Trying to get Ultron. Ultron.
Punish that.
You dead?
Got him.
Excellent, we got this.
The current
Good
score
shit.
is
That was huge.
Let's go.
Huge, yeah. I think 3 healers play.
Then we got
If
it down to overtime, the same
time
as
to
them, bro.
switch things up, including which side.
If we have 3 healer,
you're
I'll
on.
go Gambit. Yeah.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
I am the god of thunder and the mightiest avenger.
Okay, run defense again.
Damn, I could even go Loki. I got a fucking great ults to steal from.
Yeah, we got good heals. Their assists are crazy though. 48, 40.
Who do they have? They have Rocket and who else? Jeff?
They don't have. Do they have a
I
rocket?
feel like we started to
Yeah, they
figure
have a
out.
rocket, yeah.
Started to figure out thing at the end. He stopped being a factor.
Round 3.
Actually, maybe I'll go back Rocket, because like Rocket does punish things.
They have triple support. Don't they have Adam, Rocket, and Jeff?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep Rocket.
I think they might
It
switch.
started working for us.
Yeah.
No, they have Ultron.
Oh yeah, Guggins Ultron, Henny was
Before you
fucking
attack, get
Yeah.
ready.
Adam, and then
That's good. Luna, Namor, and Scarlet can damage Ultron pretty well.
Yeah.
even Cloak if he's like.
Yeah, that's true.
Honestly, I'm trying to get up there, but
I mean,
on my way up,
I'm trying to get
I have
up there
deal with
too, bro.
supers.
Yeah, like I just dash
Like
up
the
there, trying
thing
to get him down,
and
but
yeah.
I think we can hold
I'm
this.
also trying to like kind of hold the back line a little bit because thing is just like freaking ramming us.
3.
It was definitely worse when they had Hulk too.
You have to stop them.
If they run Hulk Wolverine again, we might. No, they got Magneto. Magnamore, Jeff, Scroll Girl.
I feel like they're gonna.
Oh, they got Rogue. Oh fuck, they got Guggen on Rogue, bro.
Do they have a Gambit as well?
I'm assuming that they don't even have a Gambit actually.
There's a
Flank.
flank.
Guggen.
Flank.
I got him. I'm bullying him. Backline bully. We're trying to 1v1 Thor, bro. What are you doing, man?
Keep it up.
Nice. They didn't even touch.
No.
The current
That's crazy.
score is
I'll go Gambit now for the.
2.
Yeah, we just gotta touch it a little
Yo.
bit.
Things up.
Yeah.
Let's portal on them.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, just portal, drop them.
Portal Man?
Do you want to do a split?
You'll need a top-notch team to win.
Nah.
Don't split all at once.
And the mightiest avenger.
Give me the portal.
Open your eyes.
Yeah, that's good.
Reality is
Keep
but
it 3
an
heal.
illusion.
Alright, bet. Imagine if
Penny
you,
player?
imagine if you
Guggen
fucking
might go
tie.
penny.
That's true. If we
Yeah,
port,
if you portal, do not penny.
I'm not gonna do it in like a fucking right onto the point. I'll do it like behind the point, you know, like that little back platform area.
Yeah, I hear you.
Find a spot where
Yeah.
we can jump somebody, bro.
You know, I wonder if like, we can do
Before you
this.
attack,
This is some
get ready.
try-hard shit, but I wonder if I put down the
Beacon. Oh yeah, everybody grab a 25.
Yeah.
Everybody get 25 extra health, bro.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's so
maybe go,
crazy.
How can I compare? Don't.
That's sweaty, bro.
You just spread your.
If you want to be
Yo,
even
they're
more,
raging right now
you
for
vultures
sure.
are taking the ball, bro.
Yeah, my bad.
so if anybody wants a jump boost, anyone wants a jump boost, there's one right there, bro.
The battle
Yeah, everyone got the
starts in
25 plus health.
If you can touch that.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
I got the jump
But we
boost.
keep it. We do keep
All you
it.
need to
Right.
do is capture the
Alright.
mission area.
Get that portal going, bro.
I actually think we could try to like.
They have Ultron, girl thing.
Let's bait them a little bit.
Yeah, pretend we're going for it, otherwise they're gonna know.
I think they know.
Cut through space.
They don't know.
Alright, go.
They're coming.
Our enemies are near.
I like the cold.
Good medicine.
Down to 30 seconds.
Leave me, darkness.
Girl dead.
I'm gonna die.
Oh fuck.
The final 10 seconds.
I dead? Fuck. We have motion.
Don't be healing.
A little bit. Keep it up, guys.
Until we have a
I'm gonna fly there just in case. I'm just gonna pick Iron Man. Okay, we got it.
Ultron's up there. Alright, nice.
final score.
Well done.
4.
Bro, we have 3 DPS.
3 DPS, 3 healer.
No jokes.
Another
Good
epic
game, good game.
victory.
We should join the main chat now. Or yeah, this is
Yo.
a sick animation.
I literally messaged Agnish and I'm like, yo, you guys didn't even move when they tried to capture point.
Why they name our
He's
team?
like, yo.
They named our team
we're
crap,
retarded.
bro. Alright,
So they have more kills than us.
they probably did, bro. What's the number saying?
Yeah, 50 assists from Guggen is nuts, man. Holy shit.
Bro, count out the
40,000
final.
heals.
Count out the final hits. They have way more final hits than now.
Yeah, that one round they got us. But it was that one round they got us bad.
They have exactly
Crazy.
80 final hits, if my math is right.
80
We have
final
less
hit.
than that, or less.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
Alright. Convergence again? Okay. Taking Domination has been the shuffle this whole time, and we've only played one Domination map so far.
Yeah, I think triple heal's the way. We often like when we do that.
Yeah, Alan's gonna fucking start complaining again.
Yeah, he is. He actually is. Yeah. Hey, it's the counter.
You'll
man.
need a
It just works.
top-notch team to win this one.
Alright.
These
Should I
teams
go
are
Gambit
these teams are
roster,
super
Loki?
even though.
I'll play anything.
We're playing to win.
We're on attack, I think.
Eat nuts
Yep.
and
Yeah.
kick butts.
I'll go Gambit to start. If he has Thing, I'll go Rocket. Or Hulk.
Damn it, go sneak around the back and get the healers.
But
Round 1.
Oh
Yeah.
no, never mind.
It's not the map you thought it was, bro.
Ethan.
I can switch to magic.
Yo, wait, do we have